All right, we got another one for you today. We are back in the building. I know it's been a minute, but just was kind of in the background doing some things while the market was going through its consolidation period, and now we're, what looks like to be the beginning of a bull run. So let's talk about it. Let's get into it. Thank you for joining me. Once again, if you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. Hit the bell notification so you can get notified every time I make a video, and let's get right into it. By the way, all the links to the exchanges and exchanges that perhaps I might use, or American exchanges or exchanges that I might use, are in the description. So check those out. Okay, so let's begin. Right now we're looking at Bitcoin sitting at over 100,000, just a little bit over 100,000. So it's been kind of ping ponging from 100,000 and below to maybe like 96 ish, 97 ish, up to 100. It's been kind of like just going in that zone for a minute, and I believe that's because of the remarkable run up that it's had, over these last couple of months before historically breaking the $100,000 point, in which everybody pretty much that's in crypto kind of had that as the point of resistance for Bitcoin. So that's old news. So where is Bitcoin going now? In my opinion, and this is not financial advice, please do your own research and due diligence. I believe that it perhaps could go to maybe, I want to say maybe 130. I think that'll be the top, and then a sharp fall, which would be considered a crash at that point, back down in the 90s, maybe 80s, 85, and then a rush up for probably the last leg to this bull run. Um, would be, and it'll probably be a couple of months from now too, I think, and that'll probably top up at maybe one over 150, but or somewhere around there. But yeah, so everything's down today. It's a down day, and I'm believing that during the weekend it's going to be the same thing. So it's just a down day. That's all it is. That's all you can say. So let's get right into it. So a couple of coins that we've talked about on this channel have been doing some things and coming out with some news. We're going to start out with this one, which is the channel's favorite, Dent. So Dent is currently sitting at 0.001616. It's dipped since its last. Let's take a look at the last month. Let's look at the monthly. You can see this nice run up on Dent from a low of 309. It probably was like 308. So it just, got up out of that zone and has been rising. And then most recently, it dipped. So that's where we are today. You can see monthly, though, 55% gains for this one. We talked about this religiously on this channel. So let's take a look at some of the things that they got going on. Let's go to their social media handle quickly. And while that loads up, Dent, they have about, I want to say, 70,000 last time I checked, maybe also, or maybe 60,000 confirmed holders. But you got to realize, 86, I was off big time. So 86,000 holders on an Ethereum network. But Dent has also migrated to its own blockchain that it has, and we're going to talk about that shortly. And on that particular blockchain, Dent has hundreds and thousands of holders, which in Dent's case is impressive because um it did this in such a short time. Dent's been out since, I want to say, maybe 17 or 2018. So it's a pretty old OG coin. However, now that they migrated to their own blockchain, which is DentNet, and here it is pulled up now, it's worth 6 cents. Now, will they show some similarity in pricing? Um, I would say it's a good chance if Dent X remains this low, I could see Dent actually pegging to that price because its all-time high has been 10 cent for Dent. So I could easily see if I mean that is if Dent net stays at this price. Now, if we just have one of those incredible 2017-18 runs that we had, where things were just going to all-time highs, then this thing probably would go to maybe a few dollars. So it wouldn't be a chance for Dent to actually do something like that. But if it stays around here or lower, then Dent has a very strong chance of catching this because Dent on Ethereum is doing way more. Uh, but let's just go to the real. These statistics really don't show. You got to go to their actual. You got to go to their actual page, and that's what we're going to go to, and then we'll be able to see the real numbers behind the Dent X platform, the Dent X token, which is the new Dent. It's just an updated version of Dent because they're doing different things on this chain. They're catering more to like the businesses, whereas Dent is more for personal, people going on vacation and basically using uh buying data, buying airtime minutes, packages and stuff like that, and then you can resell what you don't use. That's a good benefit of Dent. But this is more towards big businesses that need, big hefty amounts of data. So here we go. You can see here the accounts on DentNet. This is holders 289,000. Now this is growing. The Dent X supply is capped at 10.7 billion. So there will be no more. And the only way you can get these tokens is if you bridge over your Dent and do a swap that way, or you can just outright buy them on I believe the market's up right now, still early. This thing just launched this year, so they're still working in the background, but you can get it on MEXC or Uniswap. And then you can see here's the transaction, 676.4 thousand transactions on this chain. So if you want to find out more about, Dent X and the difference between Dent, you can come to this page and here you can see they have Dent. They show you and basically break down all the information as to, what's the differences of the two. But they're all together. One benefits the other because it's all under the Dent umbrella, and there you go. The Ethereum prices are just too high. And what they're trying to do, they need the transaction prices to remain low in order to pull off some of the projects and some of the the things that they're trying to build as far as being a telco, a big telco distributor in this um field and blockchain. So they are definitely one of the first. I haven't seen any other token or project with these kind of features. They do have the Android and the Apple versions of the Dent mobile app. So, this they're cooking in the background basically. So this is why was one of my favorite tokens to talk about on this channel because they just been building and I've been had this channel for about a couple of years now, and they still on the same grind and just getting better. So this is one you want to keep on your list. I'm not too sure about DentNet just because they don't have a lot of volume on it. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as the token goes, I'm just not sure. But uh, when it comes to Dent, I feel very, very very, very, very confident in this particular token. So out of the two, I would prefer the Dent, but I do have a small amount of Dent X as well. Dent Net, excuse me. Yes. You can see here 11.34 million. And that matters. You know what I'm saying? And then they're not too far as far as market cap. I think Dent Net was like 200 million or something. So this is why I'm saying this can potentially be going to 6 cent, 5 or 6 cent, you know? So that's a realistic, it wouldn't be an all-time high. So if we talking all-time highs, we may be talking, over 10 cent, 11, 15 cent. That'll 12 cent will be a good target range. But if we're just talking about regular gains from the bull run, this got a potential to hit like maybe 5 or 6 cent. So that's it. We're going to finish talking about Dent and I did hold on. Wait, let me check real quick. Just wanted to check and see if they had anything going on. All right, so this is the latest post, November 7th. We're in December the 29th. So they got Kraken, which is one of the American exchanges in the United States. Um, they have perpetual futures for Dent. So you can get busy on Kraken Pro though. That's just not the regular Kraken. You got to be Kraken Pro. So I don't know if you have to pay for that or whatever the case may be, but I will have a link in the description for the Kraken platform. Check that out. Let's see, November. Yeah, that's oh, so yeah, that's all we got for Dent. So we're gonna go to our next one, and that's Ken. So when Ken token pulls up, we're gonna talk about Ken and see what they got going on. And there's some things we're just gonna talk. We talk about this in the past on this channel, but I'm just going to refresh everybody's memory and just kind of update you to what's going on with the token since the last video that I made. And I can't really tell you, I think it probably was like, maybe 5 months ago I made something about this, or maybe it could be less than that. But okay, so we got Ken pulled up here, and Ken price action right now is sitting at 0.1240 14.55. Down today, 0.33%. Up, just flicked up today, 0.35%. So that's fluctuating, obviously. Ain't no telling what the weekend is gonna bring. Maybe a lot of volatility. But so here we go with the volume on this thing is 334,000 right now at the moment. It's pretty low. And even during this whole bear market that we just came out of, Ken has always ranged around here, 250, you know, 500,000 and better on good days or good green days, but for the most part, under 500,000, which for this coin, considering all the things that they've been going through the years, I could see why the volume might be low. But I do expect this volume to tick up in the upcoming months. So just a little bit about Kincoin. Kincoin is a Solana token now. It has migrated from chain 3 different times. Ken has migrated. It's been on Ethereum. It's been on another different blockchain. I forget the name of it, but this is the third one. So this is Solana, and I think they found a home here because some of the things that they've come out with since they've been on Solana is absolutely amazing. Starting out with the Cold wallet, which is a self custody wallet for this token that you can download yourself. You can go to the Play Store and get it for Android users, or you can go to the Apple Store, whatever y'all got over there. I have an Android, so I'm not familiar with Apple how you got to get it, but you can go to their store and get the code app and download it yourself. One of the benefits of that thing is if we go over to this social media, I think they're supposed to migrate something from like a game or something on code. I'm not quite sure, but I also know they got another um application out as well. So They do have this little video out. I'm gonna play this little snippet for you guys and let you take a look. So as you can see there, they got a partnership with this um transaction company, and now you can just pretty much go inside the app and buy Ken right out the app. Like it's just that easy now. You can buy it right out the app and you can send it to any other platform, Solana based platform to make transactions or make trades or do whatever with your Ken, right? So Solana token. Transactions are very cheap, very fast. Some of the good benefits of being on Solana. And let me see. Yeah, so they just been building, but what I wanted to talk about was long time, well, like a couple of weeks ago, they had a little thing with the famous basketball player Baron Davis, and he came out with oatmeal cookies or something to that effect. But I haven't really heard too much about that anymore, but that was like something to do with the cold wallet integration as well. They were supposed to be having, here we go, right here. See, it's been that long, November 22nd. Feel like ages, but let me see. So here's the little short interview. I'm not gonna play it all, but I'll play a little snippet of it. All right, so that's just a snippet. If you want to come check this out in its entirety, you can just come over to the Ken Twitter page. And you can scroll down and find that interview. It's an interesting interview with Ted Livingston talking about his plans for um Ken and what they got coming out in the future. Very exciting stuff. Like, so here's the app that they just came out with. It's called Flip Chat. This is another app besides Get Code. So they're kind of like two different. So Get Code is like more of a self custody. They don't have no off ramp as far as like selling back into fiat, but you can definitely buy from your fiat right into the wallet and buy your kin that way and then make your moves. But they have another app called Flip Chat. Now, this app is going to be a little different from Get Code. I'm not sure. I think it's more of on a messaging type of app with the integration of Ken. So you still can send Ken and receive Ken, but you also have an extra feature of messaging as well. So no telling what people, they got like, what it's like? It's like Clubhouse. If you ever are familiar with the Clubhouse application where it's rooms and things of that nature, this is the same type of platform. So not sure how Clubhouse is popular like that with all of these different applications, but that's what they aiming for. So that's what Ken's been up to. Just a little quick update for y'all on Ken. If y'all want to check that out, y'all can go over to the page. But we're gonna keep it pushing to the next one. Like I said, but before we do, let's just give a little over the last month. So you can see over the last month, Ken has been one of these risers as well, coming from the depths of 401061. coming all the way up at one time. It was as high as, I believe, two, maybe. I believe like 402, and now it's, sitting 4014, not down here, but not too far away. So can some more, if Bitcoin decides to crash a little bit, I can see some downside on this back to this area, or maybe testing below. So if you can get it in this area or below this area again, that's prime real estate right there. I tell you that much. So yeah, let's see what the public bullish. Everybody's pretty bullish. Clarity can already fully functioning, easy get in now. Yeah, this is a bullish, and they are the highest. So let me show y'all something that y'all might not be aware of. Yeah, I'm gonna take my time with this video. I got the next crypto is a surprise video. Crypto we talked about on this channel for a long time. They got a lot of good news coming out too as well. So let's just take a look real quick at the holders that is on the Ken token. Now, again, Ken is on Solana, so you can see the Solana pulling up. But like I was saying, one thing about Ken is the largest, has the largest holders on Solana. That's a fact. See what I'm saying? So um it has a larger holder than any token on Solana. Period. It has a larger token holder than Bonk. It has a larger holder than what's the other uh what's the other one on Solana that's 62 million. Nobody has this many holders on Solana. This is why I say now that's a lot of holders. Can this just be one, or can this be half of this holders, because maybe a lot of people just have a lot of different wallets. Perhaps it's a very cheap coin and the transaction fees low, so maybe a lot of people got multiple wallets. That could be the case, but that's still a large amount of holders holding King at the end of the day. And there's no other token that has that many holders. So I think it's just a matter of time of getting the right exposure, and it's going to be a lot of people happy with this one. But let's just keep it pushing, and we're going to go on to the next one, and it's going to be the last one, and I'll come back in the next video, and we'll talk, just have some more crypto talk. It's been a long time since I've been on a mic. But let me see. Yeah, it's a lot of duplication out there. Ain't nobody giving up no real hardcore information. They calling it alpha, but that ain't no alpha. That's alphabet cereal. That's what that is that they giving out. But this is real. This is real prime alpha for you. You can go check the records. Go back and look at the videos. Look at what I was talking about, and then look at where the prices are on all of those tokens. I don't have to keep repeating, all the time the same stuff that could, like, you got to do your own homework and research on these cryptos, because nobody could tell you how or when to get into one. So that's the big important thing. So the last token we're going to talk about right now is one of the channel's favorites tokens, and that's Electroneum. So we got Electroneum pulled up here. Electroneum is 0.0033476 after the decimal. You can see the volume sitting a little bit under a million at 800,000. Not too bad, but I would like to see that over a million for Electroneum. Actually, I like to see a couple of million, but it'll get there. So Electroneum, let's take a look at the charts on Electroneum. I should have pulled this up. Okay, so you can see this is another one coming out of a slump. They was down double zeros, 1.9. I think that's the lowest it went, period, since the whole bear market. And it shot up to almost a half a penny. Yeah, it hit a half a penny. And this definitely is 1 cent bound. at some point it's going to blast through 1 cent easy, maybe blast to 2 cent. But where I'm looking for this crypto to park at is probably like 4 to 5 cent. It needs to get there because Tron, and I'm not saying this is like this, I'm just saying they all came out the same time. And at one point they all were around the same price. Tron, as I remember, Tron, Verge, and this all around 20 something cent, 25 cents. And it seemed at that time that they were going up like together, one would shoot to 15 and the other two was at 10 and then boom, they shoot to 15, then the other might drop down to 11 and the other two will shoot up to 18 and then the one that's at 11 will shoot up to 25 and then they all shoot to 25. It was just like that. They were all just kind of fluctuating together. So in my mind, I just came up with the opinion that, they should all be around the same price. Now I could be dead wrong and I probably am, but I do see this at maybe 4 or 5 cent at the end of the day once it gets into its little bull run, for Electroneum. I see it at 4 to 5. And then I would be thinking, considering repositioning myself at that time because if this doesn't extremely blast off, I feel like I can take my time with this token because I had it for a long time and it really never went past the 001 as long as I had this token. And at the same time, the upside is just it should be remarkable. So maybe I can just get a little something from this and then go somewhere else and come back. But I do see this as a long-term holding token. They got a lot of stuff that they done did to the blockchain. They kind of just reconstructed it. They're EVM compatible now. But let's go take a look at their Twitter page and check out some news. I think they had some new news out. Latest update, December 6th. All right, so this is the newest update from the CEO. We're going to take a look. All right, so there you go. You see the Electroneum, they got the hackathon coming January 8th. That's going to be big because that will allow developers access to their chain to do things, to practice things, to see if they can earn some of the money rewards that they, like he said, they're going to have a nice pot for the developers. So we'll see what that brings. Usually that'll bring games or staking type of DeFi stuff, which would be interesting because Electroneum already have 4 million holders already that they've been just faithful for no reason because absolutely no things were going on with Electroneum. So now that these developers perhaps could come on and build things on the chain, that's going to open the gates for the 4 million people that they already have. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be really, really amazing. So we're going to end it there. You can check this out. You come to the Electroneum Twitter page, check out the information for yourself. We're gonna leave it there. I got another couple of cryptos I want to talk about, but I'm gonna use that for another video. So we're gonna wrap this one up. Once again, like and subscribe. Please hit the bell notification so you can understand when I got another video coming out and you'll be aware. I appreciate y'all kicking it with me for the duration of this video, and I see y'all in another one.